We'll be doing a question today from an O-level past paper of the year 2020. The session was October-November. This is question 2. We would be solving questions based on frequency, cumulative frequency, class intervals, mean, median, interquartile range, and probability. I have the question right in front of me. We can directly get started. Let's do it. So the first part of the question says a group of 80 students each completed a task. The table shows the time t minutes each student took to complete the task. Okay, they've given the time here and the frequency here. Now just bear in mind that the time is in class intervals. So in order to move on, and as the question says, on the grid draw a cumulative frequency diagram to represent this information, we need to find the cumulative frequency first. So in order to do that, I would need to draw another row below this. Let's do it. And add the frequency so that I have all of it in one place. So the cumulative frequency, the first one is of course 10. The second one will become 10 plus 20, which is 30. Then the next one will be 30 plus 34. That gives you 64. Then 64 plus 12 gives you 76. Then 76 plus 4 gives you 80. So you have the cumulative frequency. Now we need to plot all of these points on the graph. The first point is between 20 and 40. So instead of 20 or 40, we would choose 30, since 30 is between 20 and 40. So at 30, we need to plot a point that is at 10. So we plot a point right there. Okay, the second point is between 40 and 60, so we choose 50, and we plot a point at 30. The cumulative frequency is 30. So at 50 and 30, this is the point that you get. The next one is 60 and 80, between 60 and 80, so you choose 70, and the point you plot on the cumulative frequency one is 64, so you choose 70. 70 is there, and 64 is somewhere around there. Okay, I am at the right point. Perfect. The next point is between 80 and 90, so you choose 80 and 100, so you choose 90, and you plot one at 76, so 80 and 90 is there, and the one at 76 is going to be right there. Perfect. The last one is of course between 100 and 120, so you choose 110 and plot that one at 80. So 110 at 80. Okay, perfect. It is going to be right there. The question says further, draw a cumulative frequency diagram to represent this information. Let's do that. So I choose blue in order to make it visible. Now this is the tricky part. We need to draw a diagram with this. Okay, let's do it. So you start from 0. If they haven't mentioned anything, you always start from 0, and you connect all of these points by this line. I hope this is visible. There's only one joint between these two lines. Okay, this is your cumulative frequency curve. Let's move on. The question further says use your diagram to estimate the median. Okay, the median is supposed to be the middle value, which is going to be at 40, but we need the time. So we draw a line at 40. One second. A straight line at 40, and we read that point for the x-axis. So you draw a point here and you connect that dotted line with the x value. So in this case, the x value is going to be 58. So it is going to be 58 minutes. The median is 58 minutes. Now we need to find the interquartile range. For the interquartile range, you need to plot a dotted line at 20 and another one at 60. Let's do that. So we again take out our scale and we plot a line at 20. I hope that is visible, and then another one at 60. One second. This, and there you go. Now you draw a vertical line connecting these two lines So you draw one here, I hope that is visible, and you draw another one there. Just to distinguish, this is Q1, this is Q2, and this is Q3. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, so at Q3, the value is 68. So write 68 minus the value of Q1, which is 42. 68 minus 42 is 26. The interquartile range is 26 minutes. I hope this made sense. Let us move on. The next part of the question says, a group of 160 adults each completed the same task. The table shows the number of errors made by each of these adults. There's the table. This is the number of errors and this is for frequency. It says calculate the mean. In order to find the mean, first you need to multiply the frequency with the number of errors and write down all of those values. So we need to draw another row below this table. Let's do that. I hope this is visible. So, okay, now this is a thicker line, but that's okay, we'll make it work. So we write f times x and we write the values here. Okay, 0 times 24 is 0, 0 times 30 is 30, 2 times 50 is 100, 3 times 32 is going to give you 96, 4 times 16 is 64, and 5 times 8 is 40, so you write 40 here. Okay, now in order to calculate the mean, you need to add the f of x, all the values, and you need to divide that by the total frequency. So when you add the values of f of x, you do 0 plus 30 plus 100 plus 96 plus 64 plus 40 over 24, which is the frequency, plus 30 plus 50 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8. When you add these numbers up, since I've already done that, to make the process quicker, you get 330 over 160, which eventually turns out to be your mean, which is 2.0625, or you can write 2.063 instead. Okay, the next part says, one of the adults is selected at random. Find the probability that this adult made more than 3 errors. Okay, now more than 3 errors means this and this, because not 3, it doesn't say that they made at least 3 errors, it says more than 3 errors. So they could have made 4 errors or they could have made 5 errors. So if they made 4 errors, there were 16 people who made 4 errors, and if they made 5 errors, there were 8 people who did that. So we do 16 plus 8 over the total frequency, because that is how you find the probability. The total frequency in this case is 160, because you found that earlier. So you write 160 here. When you solve this, you get 24 over 160, which simplifies to this gives you 3 over 20. This is your answer, 3 over 20. Okay, I hope this made sense as well. Let's do the last part. 2 of the adults are selected at random. Find the probability that they each made exactly 1 error. Exactly 1 error. Okay. So exactly 1 error is here. And the frequency of that is 30. So let's say that the first adult is picked out. So the first adult is picked out. So there were 30 out of 160 possibilities. And then the second adult is picked out. Sorry. So there were 29 out of 159 possibilities. In order to find the probability for both of them, you simply multiply 30 over 160 by 29 over 159, and this gives you, wait, I have done this as well, this gives you 29 over 848, which is your final answer. Sorry, one second, I made the mistake. I should have written 848. There you go. I hope this question made sense. The working of the entire question is present in the link below for you to download. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button and thank you for watching.